Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Y'all, in today's video, we're talking about get out gear and all of my blankets. I'm giving you guys an update because, yes, this is my little family of blankets. I actually think I'm going to give one to my mom because I'm trying to convince her to get out on the road with me. But anyways, that's a story for another time. So these are my Get Out Gear blankets, and I started using Get Out Gear in the fall. I partnered with them to do a review on this blanket, their down puffy blanket that also doubles as a poncho. Now, I have talked about this several times now because I did the initial review, which is pretty funny. Go check it out. I do like a fashion show for you guys in that video, but I cannot express how much this has changed the game for cold weather van life and camping. They say, Get Out Gear says that this blanket keeps you 10 to 15 degrees warmer. And I didn't believe it at first because I was like, is that really possible? Yes, it's possible, y'all. Yes, it's possible. With this blanket, like, I'm not cold. There have been nights where it's, gotten down into the 30s and like I get warm. So this blanket has absolutely changed the game. And again, go check out my initial review because I talk about how it's wind resistant and it's easy to clean and all that type of stuff. But this video is an update. So I'm going to compare this down puffy blanket with this double puffy blanket, which is basically the same blanket, just the synthetic version. And I will also be showing you the gray version of the down puffy blanket. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Here is the down puffy blanket next to the double puffy blanket. They are both the teal, same color. As you can see, the double puffy blanket is a little bigger and the down puffy blanket is smaller. It weighs 1 pound as opposed to the double puffy blanket that weighs 1.5 pounds. It doesn't sound like a huge difference, but it is in terms of size, and you can definitely feel the weight difference. They are both weather resistant, water resistant, easy to clean. They both turn into a poncho, spill resistant, and the nylon shell repels dirt and pet hair very easily. So many similarities in them. We didn't need to use both of our Get Out Gear blanket, or well, I guess we have 3 Get Out Gear blankets last night, but we only used one, and we used our new gray one. So this is the gray with the red lining. I really like it because it matches everything, of course. So Winston is obviously cozy. Tonight, I think we will use 2 Get Out Gear blankets because it's supposed to drop down to about 34 degrees. But these keep us toasty. I actually only slept with 1 micro fleece blanket and my Get Out Gear last night. And I gave Winston my thicker flower micro fleece blanket. Worked out really well. Oh, okay. But tonight we will bust out both of them. Or 2 of them. 2 out of 3. So originally I wasn't sure if Winston would like the Get Out Gear blanket. We first tried it, I think it was back in October, early November, something like that. Because, the fabric isn't typical of what he normally likes to sleep with. But as you can see, he's a big fan. He chooses to get cozy on the Get Out Gear blanket, especially because it is so warm and he likes to burrow, and it's nice and lightweight, so I can, I put it over him in the mornings when it's chilly, and he's a really warm little Chihuahua boy. Yeah, I know, you do like it, huh? Tonight it's supposed to drop into the 30s again, so I have Winston under the teal down puffy blanket, and I am using the gray down puffy blanket. We've been used to sharing, which is no problem. I've kind of draped one across the both of us up until now, but now we both have a blankie of our own. so we can both be nice and warm and I don't have to worry about pulling the covers off of him because his warmth and comfort are absolutely my priority. As expected, it dropped down to 34 degrees last night, but as you can see, we stayed warm. Winston is warm enough to where I've been awake for 30 minutes and he has not wanted to get out of bed. He is so cozy under his down blanket. Here's another view of all three of my Get Out Gear blankets. So these two are the down puffy blankets, and then this one is the double puffy blanket. As you can see, there is a considerable size difference between the two. The double is the synthetic version, and then of course the two down blankets. Now, in my opinion, this one, the double, the synthetic version, feels thicker. It feels thicker, and obviously it is a little bit bigger because the down compresses a lot easier. Wow. So my personal opinion, my personal preference is I prefer the down blankets. I like how lightweight they feel, despite the fact that they both give like the same sort of temperature increase. So I think that they're equally effective, but I like that the down blanket feels lighter weight. If you prefer a thicker feel, the double might be better for you, but I like that the down puffy blanket feels so lightweight, but it still gives you that 10 to 15 degree temperature increase when you're sleeping. So I also like the fact that the down blanket, in my opinion, is much easier to put away in the bag than the double puffy blanket. It just compresses so quickly, so easy to put in the bag, and I had more trouble with the double puffy blanket. So I think that the double puffy blanket would be better for you if you like something thicker and you just don't like down for whatever reason. But my personal preference is the down puffy blanket, and I would probably recommend that over the double puffy blanket. Again, that's just my personal preference. So I want to briefly showcase the differences between the double puffy blanket and the down blanket. So this is the double puffy, so I'm just going to take it out. Oh, and I should put, here's the down again, so you can see the size difference in those two. So the double puffy blanket, it's even a little tougher to get out, honestly. Yeah, see, it's just more of a struggle than the down. Oh, there we go. All right, so here's the double puffy blanket. As you can see, it's just a little bit thicker. It still does have the snap, so it does snap into a poncho. So here's the double. And then here is the down. Much easier to take out. Compresses much thinner, as you can see. And then it'll puff up a little bit once you leave it out, but again, it's much thinner than the double puffy. So, but again, still same effectiveness. So this one feels thinner and lighter weight. This is the down blanket. This one feels a little thicker and heavier, and this is the double puffy blanket. Again, they both turn into ponchos. They're both lightweight, but this one, the double puffy, is a little heavier, a little more difficult to put away, and a little bit thicker. The double puffy blanket does run about $10 cheaper than the down puffy blanket. I personally think it's worth it to spend the $10 to get the down puffy blanket. Again, that's my personal preference. So overall, they are both tremendous. They're equally effective. It all comes down to if you want a thicker feel and if you prefer the synthetic. So thank you so much to Get Out Gear for partnering with me again. I appreciate them so much. I love these blankets. Both are awesome. So it really comes down to whichever type of material and thickness you prefer. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.